All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you hear this message, I pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. Today, I want to share a lesson with you on the significance of having a body of work. Okay. I've addressed the issue before, but it deserves revisiting. When you have a body of work, it provides a kind of a track record that is very different from a social media presence. This is why I emphasize frequently. I'm not a social media influencer. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a Facebooker. I'm not an Instagrammer. I just use those channels because they are convenient. I am a teacher. Okay. I am trained in the academy as a teacher. Okay. And I've got 30 plus years experience as a teacher. I've taught every level from preschool to the boardroom. I am a teacher for real. And I have, in that regard, a body of work to substantiate the claim. I'm not just saying I'm a teacher. I have a body of work. I've got evidence. I've got people who I've taught language, people who I've taught habits, people who I've taught skills. Lots and lots and lots and lots of people that I've taken for weeks and months and years through a process of learning and transformation. That's my body of work, is my students. My body of work are my writings, right? You can go back 5, 10, 15 years and you can read what I was saying back in the day, right? That's one of the benefits of YouTube, Facebook, etc. You can go back and you can just scroll back, and you can see when you can combine what I have written, videos that I have produced, and then students I've taught, you can see all that constitutes my body of work. It has nothing to do with likes, has nothing to do with views, has nothing to do with how many times things get shared. Those things just, are like sparkles. Those are the shiny, you know what I mean? Little neon lights that if you take 30 seconds, you can see, oh yeah, that was cool. But the body of work helps you to understand the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of disciplined, focused attention that I have given to my work. It's so important. I'm saying this to you because, well, number one, I want you to understand who I am and where I'm coming from. But number two, I want you to open your eyes. I want you to be able to look more critically at what you're seeing. I need you to examine more closely the people that you're following, because we're never going to be able to put an end to the flim-flammers and the scammers. They're just not going to go anywhere. They're going to be here forever. But it's just like, you prepare your child to go out into the world. I was talking to someone yesterday about riding the bus to school, right? We used to ride the city bus to school. And in the process of riding the bus to school, you get on with people who are going to work. You get on with the winos. You get on with the homeless. You know what I mean? You have to develop some skills to be able to discern who's in your environment. You got to know who's safe and who's not safe. You got to know what's right and what's not right, what's real and what's not. You develop that as a child in the inner city, riding the bus to school. For example, well, hey, these social media streets are just like that. And I'm trying to help you to get your mind and your eyes open to where you are and what's going on in your environment. You can't just be following all these people home. You can't just be listening to what all these people say. Some of them are cute. Ooh. Some of them are cute. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't have a clue as to where they're leading you. Some of them are charismatic. Oh man, they can talk and they can they can gesture and they can man they can be witty and colorful. They can be convincing and persuasive. They can do all that, but they don't have a body of work. You can look back a year. You don't have to even look back a year. Some of them you could just look back last week, yesterday. You can see they're not about that life. They're not doing what they're talking about. They have no ability to take you anywhere but into the cuckoo zone. You got to protect yourself. Now, you got to also be honest with yourself. That people are going to appeal to your laziness. They're going to appeal to your addiction to convenience. They're going to appeal to your belief that somehow you're the exception to every rule that has ever existed. And that's how they're going to manipulate you into believing the unbelievable. But if you really want to get better, if you really want to improve, if you really want to go higher, then you will trust your better judgment. You'll trust your better judgment. If it's too good to be true, it's because it's too good to be true. Okay? You can't be living one way. Let's just say, for example, weight loss. You can't be 120 pounds overweight and then lose all that weight in a week. You can't do all that and not change your diet. You can't lose all that weight and not change your lifestyle. Anybody who's telling you that is lying. You can't be as uninformed, clueless. You don't know anything about Africa. You don't know nothing about Orisha. You never heard the word Orisha before a year ago, and now someone is telling you that you're, you know, the high king or whatever. You're the high chief. You're the great priestess that's going to save the world. You know you don't know anything. You know you've always been a mediocre learner. You've never, acquired information or been the brightest bulb in the box ever in your life. But now somebody tells you that because you did this ceremony, okay, you got the all-seeing eye now. You could just sit down and start telling people stuff. You know that's not real. Don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. It's important that if you are going to be serious and you're going to approach someone who does have a body of work and is actually capable of doing what they're proposing or what they're promising, that you are honest with yourself. That's what I'm trying to communicate to you. If you really want it, it's there for you. But you've got to position yourself in such a way that you can receive it, and then you can do all of the things that are necessary to accomplish it. And I'm saying this in the context of right now, I'm on Baba Araba's compound, and right this very second, I'm looking at a young man who is sitting on a tree stump with his practice Okwele. He's beginning his apprenticeship. And I watched him go through and identify the Mejis. Ejiobe, Oyekumeji, Iworimeji, Odimeji. And he's going to be here doing the dirty work, getting it from the bottom up over the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years. And he speaks Yoruba fluently. He is a Yoruba young man. So he's at this point demonstrating a willingness to do what it takes to get what he wants. I want you to take it seriously. If you really want it, then you've got to conjure within yourself the willingness to take all the steps necessary to build from the bottom up, to cultivate from the inside out. It takes time, it takes effort, but it's worth it. But that's the only way it can be done. All right? That's the only way it can be done. So I'm saying this because I know that some of you out there are leaders. Some people want shortcuts. Some people just want it easy. Some people want something for nothing. But some people are real visionaries. Some people have a fire within them, a commitment to something that they can't even explain. It's just surging within them. You feel it and you know it, and you want to improve the world through positive influence. If you're one of those people, then I want you to find out how Oloye, Bafemi Origunwa, and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can help you take your practice and your life to the highest level possible. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com, and let's start working together to help you live the medicine that will heal your life and heal the lives of those who you are destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odapo.